Welcome back to part 3 of this Warmachine Hordes battle report featuring Cryx versus Trollbloods. We're on to Trollbloods turn 3. And we'll start off by doing the corrosion rolls. Janissa takes 1 hit there. The flag bearer takes 1 and manages to make the tough roll, so he survives. And then the other Crow Warrior, the corrosion expires. So again, just take that little token away. And now we're going to remove the Fury from the War Beast back to Madrak. And Madrak's going to pay to keep the Surefoot on the Stone Bearer. And we're going to remove Janissa's Stone Wall as well. So the Impaler is going to use its Animus Far Strike onto the Bomber. And that costs him 2 Fury, and then he's going to move over to the right. Bomber moves up, and he's going to try to hit Deneghra with those blasts. So he's doesn't have quite the range, hoping they'll scatter the right direction. The first one fails, pays a Fury, and the other one scatters off, not hitting anything as well. So no luck there. The Fellcaller is going to use the Warcry call, which gives them +2 to attacks. And then the Crow Warriors are going to use their Prayer Fever and to give them +2 attacks and +2 damage. So the first one hits, manages to hit, and then doesn't do any damage. The next warrior is attacking, manages to hit, and manages to do 5 points of damage. And then the last Crow Warrior is going to attack. He hits, and he manages to do 5 damage as well. So took out a couple columns, but not enough to take out anything important like that Arc Node. Now next up, the Axer moves up, and then the Janissa moves up and puts the wall between the oncoming mercenaries there to their right, and the Scribes and the Stone Bearer move up. And then Madrak moves up, tries to take a shot at Stannis Brocker with his thrown Wrathrock, and fails to hit. So we're on to Cryx turn 3. Now he moves up the Deathripper, and then he moves Gorman to Wulfe in, and he's going to use his Black Oil hit. And basically what this does is it reduces a number of things, but most importantly it gives a -4 to the defense. And he does manage to tag Madrak with that, so he now has a -4 defense. And now he's going to use Deneghra to use Influence on the Fellcaller. Now Fellcaller is a weapon master, so he gets 3 dice on the damage. So he hits, and then with the 3 dice for the damage, manages to do 1 point of damage. And we're going to see this over and over again. So this is number 2. He manages to hit. The Fellcaller hits, or fails to hit at this point. Spends another focus. This will be number 3. And we'll see that the Deneghra manages to cast a spell. And then he fails to wound, or to hit Madrak. Number 4, I believe, at this point. Hits, and then only manages to do 4 points of damage there. That was number 5, I believe, actually. Number 6, he hits, and then the Fellcaller hits Madrak. Actually fails to hit Madrak that time. You see, we did this a few times. And hits, the spell is good. He manages to hit, only gets, doesn't manage to damage 3 ones. You never like that with a Weapon Master. Tries it again, and fails to hit. He needed 7s. There was -4 to the defense, but he had a +2 for the Krielstone, or sorry, for the stone, and then I'm not sure why he was getting another +2 bonus. And that one hit, and that one did significant damage. That did 7. Now, according to my count, though, that was actually 9 hits, so used a couple extra Fury than he should have. Now he moves the heavy Cavalry in, and they use their blunderbuss. The first one, it manages a hit, and what he does is he moves the damage over onto the Impaler. So the Impaler takes the 6 points of damage. The second unit, or second Cavalry moves over, or Cavalry, and and he fails to hit at all. He gets 3, I believe, on that one. And then the last one moves over and targets Madrak, and he fails to hit as well. So next up, Stannis Brocker moves in. He attacks, manages a good solid hit, and with a 12 he does 6 points of damage. I don't have anywhere to get rid of that, and I failed the tough roll, so that means that Madrak is gone, and that would lead us to a Cryx victory with a caster kill. As you can see, it was a fairly big mess in the middle of the mosh pit here. I don't think I've ever had a game that's used that many tokens, but overall it was a good Cryx victory. So eventually we will have the rules you get wrong. Usually do these about a week afterwards, so if you have any rule corrections, comments, suggestions, etc., throw them in the comment section below. I'll go through them and talk. If you have questions, I'll try my best to answer them and verify if rules are wrong or not. And for those who want to see more, we have a Warmachine Hordes Batrep feed. You can click on that, and I've done a painting tutorial for Drago, which is one of our buddy's lessons. So click on that as well. And as always, if you like the series, please subscribe and click on like. And if you have any questions, comment below. And thanks for watching.